Masks are powerful tools for designers, but they work differently in different instruments. Let's try to understand the logic of Figma masks by tackling a common task, creating a round avatar. We'll do this using 4 different methods, each with its own specific advantages. The easiest way is to use the image fill of a shape. Let's create an oval shape, then in the right panel, in the Fill module, choose Image and place your image. This is an easy way, but it has some limitations that you'll see as we explore other options. The second option, which I use most often, is using a frame. Let's create a frame, then place your image inside the frame, and check the structure in the Layers panel on the left. Fit the image to the frame. Click on the frame to see the frame options, not the image, and make sure the Clip Content option is on, and then round the corners. The benefit of using a mask is that it gives you more control over how the image is constrained within the frame. For example, you can choose to scale both horizontally and vertically, and when you resize the frame, the image will scale and stay perfectly fit inside. It's also easy to use a frame as a component. Of course, you can make a component out of any element, but it's easier to control a component when it's close to a frame than to groups or shapes. For an example of using components, let's add a variant with a placeholder avatar. Add a variant, rename the proportion to photo, and state to root. So, the orange background is part of the photo, not the frame, so we have a white background. Let's fix it. In the component, now you can change the variant between root and placeholder. And finally, do the same using a mask. First, create a shape that you will use as a mask and add the image as a separate layer. Now, convert the oval to a mask by using the context menu or by clicking this icon on the top side. Now, the image is cropped by the mask. Let's resize it. In the navigation, you can see an arrow that shows which layers are masked by what. So, if you move any layer above the mask, it will be cropped by the mask. It's not good, so just moving the layer up and down is a bad way to control the mask. If the mask is in a group or frame, it crops only the objects in the same group or frame, so we need just group the mask and the photo to one group for control what cropped by the mask. Done. For a deeper understanding, we will create a more complex task. We will make a user placeholder who will go out of the oval. So, at first, create a new oval, but this time make it orange, and place the placeholder as a separate image. The orange background is a bad decision because it has low color contrast between the arms and the background. Let's pick something different. The idea is that the lower side of the woman will be cropped by the mask, and the upper side will go outside the oval. Group it, and actually, we need 2 ovals and 2 images. At first, let's turn one of the ovals to mask. As you can see, it cropped everything above where we place one of the image copies, so now it is cropped by the oval shape. We turn off the other shape for better understanding of what is going on. If we turn off the second oval shape, the cropped image will be on a white background. This is because when you use a shape as a mask, it is not visible. So, we turn it back on, and turn on the second image too, and just crop image part below the oval shape. Almost done. It looks finished, but if you use a PNG with some blur on the edges, you will see a border of the crop. So it's better to crop the upper image too, to have a pixel-perfect border between the lower and upper parts. You can also use text as a mask or fill it with an image. So, filling with an image is usually the fastest way. The frame is easy to control as a component, and the mask gives you more visual flexibility and also more control to animate things in prototype mode. However, animation in prototype mode in Figma is definitely a theme for a separate video. If you found it useful, please like this video and subscribe to get more useful videos about the design industry.